As the clock strikes 3, the world around you is shrouded in silence, a time when most are deep in slumber. Yet here you are, wide awake. You might wonder why this happens, why these early hours stir you from your sleep. The answer lies in the unique nature of these hours. There are 7 reasons inspired by the teachings of Dolores Cannon for why you wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. The first reason is the thinning of the spiritual veil. You see, during these hours, the veil between the spiritual and physical worlds is at its thinnest. This thinning of the veil isn't just a concept plucked from thin air, it's deeply rooted in many cultures and traditions. Think about the old parables and stories, where mystics and sages would rise before dawn to connect with the divine. They believed that during these hours, the hustle and bustle of the physical world are at a minimum. The stillness that envelops the world isn't just physical, it's spiritual too. It creates a sacred space, a bridge that allows heightened spiritual activity and awareness. Dolores Cannon, a renowned American author and spiritual teacher, was a firm believer in the significance of these early morning hours and their connection to spiritual awakening. She spent her life delving into the mysteries of the human mind and the hidden realms of consciousness. Dolores Cannon's work has had a profound impact on the way we understand the human experience and the spiritual dimensions that exist beyond our physical reality. One of the key concepts that Dolores Cannon explored in her extensive body of work was the idea that our souls are on a journey of evolution and growth. She believed that we are all spiritual beings having a human experience, and that our true nature is divine and eternal. According to Cannon, the thinning of the spiritual veil during the hours between 3 and 5 a.m. is a reminder of our spiritual essence and a call to explore the deeper aspects of our consciousness. But what does this mean for you? Imagine this time as a window that opens, offering you a rare glimpse into a deeper reality. It's an opportunity to connect, to listen, and to feel the presence of something beyond the tangible. Whether you align with a particular faith or tread a more personal spiritual path, these hours invite you to explore the depths of your consciousness. Think of it as being in a quiet room where you can hear a whisper from across the space. In the rush hours of the day, that whisper is lost in the noise, but in the early hours, it's clear and distinct. This is what happens to your spiritual awareness at this time. It's not just about waking up, it's about what you wake up to. Your mind and spirit become more receptive, more attuned to the subtleties of the spiritual realm. Perhaps you've experienced moments during these hours that felt different, a sense of peace, an unexplained knowing, or even a fleeting connection with a lost loved one. These aren't mere coincidences, they're interactions facilitated by this thinned veil. But why does this matter? In our daily lives, consumed by responsibilities and distractions, we often lose touch with our deeper selves and the interconnectedness of all things. Waking up at this sacred time offers a chance to reconnect, to realign, and to rediscover aspects of yourself and the universe that often go unnoticed. Reason 2, a message from the universe. As we continue our journey, we arrive at the second reason you might find yourself awake during these mystical hours: receiving messages from the universe. This concept isn't new. Across various cultures and spiritual traditions, the early morning is often seen as a time when our consciousness is most receptive to guidance and messages from higher planes of existence. It's a moment when the chatter of the mind is quiet and the heart is open, creating a perfect conduit for the universe to communicate with us. One philosopher who delved deeply into the concept of receiving messages from the universe during moments of heightened consciousness is Immanuel Kant. Kant, an 18th century German philosopher, is renowned for his work in metaphysics, epistemology, ethics, and aesthetics. His philosophy provides us with a unique perspective on how these messages from the universe might be interpreted and understood. Kant's philosophy was characterized by his emphasis on reason and the structure of human cognition. He argued that our minds are not passive receptacles of information, but actively shape and organize our experiences. He introduced the concept of a priori knowledge, which refers to knowledge that is independent of sensory experience and is inherent to the structure of human cognition. When considering the idea of receiving messages from the universe during the early morning hours, Kant's philosophy becomes particularly relevant. Kant believed that human beings possess innate cognitive structures, such as the categories of understanding, which shape our perception of the world. These innate structures, according to Kant, allow us to make sense of the sensory data we encounter in our everyday lives. In the context of receiving messages from the universe, Kant's philosophy suggests that our minds may have the capacity to apprehend and interpret subtle insights and intuitions during moments of heightened receptivity, like the early morning hours. He would argue that these insights are not arbitrary or random, but are filtered through the innate structures of human cognition, making them meaningful and intelligible to us. But what form do these messages take? They can be as subtle as a sudden insight, a feeling of peace, or even a dream that seems to carry a deeper meaning. Sometimes it's just a sense of knowing, an unexplained clarity that arrives in the quiet of the early hours. These messages are not loud or disruptive. They are gentle whispers meant to guide, reassure, or sometimes to nudge you towards a path you've been hesitant to take. Consider the story of the wise old sage who would wake up at dawn to meditate. He believed that in these hours the universe spoke through the language of silence, offering wisdom that was otherwise drowned out by the day's noise. Like the sage, when you wake up at this time, you're in a state of natural meditation where your mind is still and your spirit is open. It's essential to understand that these messages are not always direct answers or clear instructions. The universe communicates in mysterious ways, through symbols, feelings, and sometimes through synchronicities that occur in your waking life. The key is to be open and attentive, to listen not just with your ears, but with your entire being. But what do you do when you receive these messages? The first step is to acknowledge them. Write them down if you can. Reflect on them. Sometimes the message's meaning may not be immediately clear, and that's okay. The act of receiving and acknowledging is in itself a powerful practice of connecting with the greater cosmos. And remember, these messages are not just random occurrences, they are meant for you. They are a reminder that you are part of a larger, interconnected universe, that your presence and journey matter. They are a call to trust the journey you're on, to be open to the possibilities that lie beyond the physical realm. Reason 3. Divine timing. We now turn to the third reason for awakening during the mysterious hours of 3 to 5 a.m. This reason is deeply rooted in the concept of divine timing, the idea that there is a perfect moment for every event in our lives, including our moments of spiritual awakening. When you find yourself waking up at these early hours, it can be a sign, a gentle nudge from the universe, indicating that it's time to pay attention to your spiritual path and purpose. This isn't just a random occurrence, it's a call, an invitation to explore deeper aspects of your being and your place in the cosmos. In many spiritual traditions, there is a belief that certain times are more auspicious for spiritual activities. The early morning, especially the time before dawn, is often regarded as a sacred window. It's a time when the world is quiet and the distractions of daily life are yet to begin. In this stillness, your mind is more open and your heart is more receptive to subtle spiritual experiences. Consider the symbolism of dawn, the moment when light begins to pierce through the darkness. It's a powerful metaphor for spiritual awakening. In these early hours, as you transition from sleep to wakefulness, you are also transitioning from unconsciousness to a state of higher awareness. This is why these moments can be pivotal in your spiritual journey. This divine call takes on a profound significance within the context of Christianity, one of the world's largest and most influential religions. Within the Christian tradition, the mysterious hours of 3 to 5 a.m. hold a unique spiritual significance. This period is often referred to as the Watch of the Lord, or the Hour of Divine Intervention. It's believed by many Christians that during these early morning hours, the spiritual realm is particularly close to the physical world, making it an opportune time for prayer, meditation, and communion with God. The idea of awakening during these hours as a divine call is deeply ingrained in Christian spirituality. It resonates with the biblical notion of Jesus often retreating to solitary places to pray and commune with God during the early morning hours. Mark 1:35 in the New Testament states, "Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed." This practice of rising early to seek God's presence has been embraced by many Christians throughout history as a means of deepening their faith and connection with the divine. Furthermore, the symbolism associated with the numbers 3 and 5 holds significance in Christian theology. The number 3 often represents the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. It symbolizes the unity of God in 3 distinct persons. The number 5 is associated with God's grace and favor, as it is often linked to the 5 wounds of Christ on the cross. Thus, waking up during the hours of 3 to 5 a.m. can be seen as a sacred alignment with the triune God's grace and presence, inviting believers to draw nearer to the divine. But why does this matter? Waking up at this time can be a sign that you're ready for growth, for a deeper understanding of yourself and the universe. It's a call to explore your spiritual beliefs, to question, to seek, and to grow. It's an opportunity to align yourself more closely with your higher purpose, whatever that may be for you. This doesn't mean you need to leap out of bed and start meditating or reading sacred texts, though you certainly can if that feels right. It's more about being present in that moment, acknowledging the significance of waking up at this time and considering what it means for your spiritual journey. It's a time to reflect, to be still, and to listen to the deeper impulses of your soul. Perhaps during these hours you might receive insights about your life or feel a renewed sense of connection with the universe. You might find clarity about a problem that's been troubling you, or feel a profound sense of peace and oneness with all that is. These experiences are your personal encounters with the divine, unique to you and your spiritual path. Reason 4, someone is calling for you. Now, we delve into the 4th reason, a concept both intriguing and profound. The possibility that someone or something is calling for you. Waking up at this specific time might be a sign that such an entity is trying to communicate with you. It's a time when the distractions of the physical world are minimal and your mind and spirit are in a more receptive state. In this quiet, sacred space, it becomes easier for these spiritual beings to make their presence felt. Imagine lying in bed engulfed in the silence of the night, and suddenly you feel a presence, a sense of being watched over or comforted, or perhaps you hear your name being whispered just as you cross the threshold between sleep and wakefulness. These experiences can be subtle, yet they carry a depth of emotion and a sense of reality that lingers long after the moment has passed. It's important to approach these experiences with an open mind and heart. The intent of these calls is not to startle or frighten you. Instead, they are often meant to offer guidance, reassurance, or simply to remind you that you are not alone in your journey through life. In many cultures, ancestors play a significant role in the lives of the living. They are believed to offer protection, wisdom, and sometimes they reach out to remind us of our heritage and our connection to the past. Similarly, spirit guides or guardian angels are thought to help steer us on our life path, providing subtle nudges and signs to keep us aligned with our soul's purpose. Remember, these experiences are deeply personal and vary from person to person. What feels right for one may not be the same for another. Trust your intuition and your feelings. If an experience feels meaningful and significant to you, then it holds value. Reason 5. Alignment with natural rhythms. Let's turn our attention to the 5th reason, alignment with natural rhythms and the energies of the universe, which can facilitate deeper spiritual experiences. This concept is rooted in the idea that the universe operates on its own rhythms and cycles, a harmony that encompasses everything from the largest galaxies to the smallest particles. As part of this grand design, human beings are also tuned to these rhythms. The early morning hours, particularly between 3 and 5 a.m., are believed to hold a special significance in this cosmic symphony. To delve deeper into the concept of alignment with natural rhythms and the energies of the universe, it is worth examining the perspectives of the renowned philosopher and mystic Plotinus. Plotinus, a philosopher who lived in the 3rd century, made significant contributions to the development of Neoplatonism, a philosophical system that explored the relationship between the material world and the transcendent realm. His ideas on metaphysics and spirituality shed light on how humans might connect with the cosmic rhythms and energies. Plotinus believed that the material world, which we perceive with our senses, is an imperfect reflection of a higher, more perfect reality. He proposed that there is a hierarchy of existence, with the one or the good at the highest level. This one is the source of all existence and is beyond all attributes, transcending both being and non-being. Beneath the one, there are emanations or levels of reality that gradually descend in perfection, each one emanating from the level above it. In the context of alignment with natural rhythms and cosmic energies, Plotinus's metaphysical framework offers some intriguing insights. He argued that the material world is a lower level of reality, subject to change and imperfection. However, the higher levels of reality, closer to the one, are more stable and perfect. By transcending the distractions and limitations of the material world, individuals could ascend spiritually and align themselves more closely with the harmonious rhythms of the universe. For Plotinus, the process of aligning with these cosmic rhythms involves turning inward through contemplation and philosophical inquiry. He believed that by introspection and intellectual reflection, individuals could detach themselves from the material distractions of everyday life and begin to perceive the higher realities that underlie the physical world. This process, often referred to as the ascent of the soul, allows individuals to connect with the divine and experience a profound sense of unity with the cosmos. Waking up at this time can be seen as a natural alignment with these universal energies. It's as if your body and spirit are attuned to the pulse of the cosmos, resonating with its deeper frequencies. This alignment can lead to a heightened sense of clarity, intuition, and spiritual connection. Think about the feeling of peace and stillness that comes with the early morning hours before the world wakes up. The air feels fresher, the mind clearer, and there's a sense of being in harmony with something greater than oneself. This isn't just a romantic notion, it's a state of being that allows for deeper introspection and connection. In this context, waking up during these hours can be a reminder of your connection to the natural world and its cycles. It's an invitation to step out of the constant flow of time and activity that characterizes modern life and to reconnect with the slower, more rhythmic pace of the universe. This alignment with natural rhythms isn't just about waking up, it's about how you engage with these moments. You might feel drawn to meditate, to step outside and experience the pre-dawn stillness, or simply to sit in quiet reflection. It's a time to nourish your soul and to embrace the tranquility and wisdom that these hours offer. Reason 6. Vibrational shifts. We now explore the 6th reason, the response of your body and consciousness to vibrational shifts in the Earth's frequency during these early hours. The concept of vibrational shifts is rooted in the understanding that everything in the universe, including our planet, is in a constant state of vibration. These vibrations are not static, they ebb and flow, influenced by cosmic events, natural phenomena, and even the collective consciousness of humanity. During the early morning hours, it is believed that the Earth undergoes subtle yet significant vibrational changes. This shift is partly due to the transition from night to day, but is also influenced by deeper, more esoteric factors. The quiet of these hours, the absence of human activity, and the natural rhythms of the planet all contribute to a unique vibrational quality. But what does this mean for you? As a being intimately connected to the earth, you are sensitive to these shifts. Your body, particularly when at rest and in a state of relaxation, can respond to these changes in frequency. This response can manifest as a physical awakening, a sudden stirring from sleep during these potent hours. More importantly, these vibrational shifts can affect your consciousness. You may experience heightened intuition, increased sensitivity to your surroundings, or a deeper sense of awareness. Some people report feeling more attuned to their inner selves, experiencing vivid dreams or profound insights during these times. This concept aligns with various spiritual teachings that emphasize the importance of being in harmony with the earth and its cycles. By waking up during these vibrational shifts, you are, in a sense, synchronizing with the planet's natural rhythm. This can be a powerful experience, fostering a deeper connection with the earth and a greater understanding of your place in the universe. How can you embrace these vibrational shifts? First, acknowledge the significance of waking up at this time. Instead of frustration, approach these moments with curiosity and openness. You might choose to meditate, practice deep breathing, or simply lie in bed and observe your thoughts and feelings. The key is to be present and receptive to whatever experiences arise. Reason 7. Personal transformation. We have journeyed through various spiritual reasons for waking up between 3 and 5 a.m., exploring the thinning veil, messages from the universe, divine timing, calls from spiritual entities, alignment with natural rhythms, and vibrational shifts. Now we arrive at the final and perhaps the most profound reason: personal transformation and spiritual awakening. This reason encompasses all that we have discussed so far. Waking up consistently during these early hours can be a powerful indicator that you are undergoing a significant period of personal growth and spiritual evolution. It's as if your entire being, body, mind, and spirit is tuning into a deeper call for change and enlightenment. The ancient tale of Siddhartha Gautama, who later became known as Buddha, the Awakened One. Siddhartha Gautama was born in Nepal as the prince of the Shakya clan. He lived a life of luxury and comfort within the palace walls, shielded from the sufferings of the outside world. However, he became increasingly curious about life beyond the palace and embarked on a journey that would eventually lead to his spiritual awakening. One night, Siddhartha made the fateful decision to venture beyond the palace walls, accompanied by his charioteer Channa. It was during this journey that he encountered the realities of human suffering for the first time. He saw an old man, a sick man, and a corpse. These sights deeply affected him and made him realize the impermanence and suffering that were inherent in human existence. In search of answers to the profound questions raised by these encounters, Siddhartha decided to renounce his royal life, leaving behind his family, wealth, and comfort. He embarked on a spiritual quest, determined to find the path to liberation from suffering and the cycle of birth and death, known as samsara. Siddhartha's journey took him through various ascetic practices, including extreme fasting and meditation. He studied under renowned spiritual teachers of his time, but was unsatisfied with their teachings as he felt they did not provide the answers he sought. He continued his quest for years, seeking wisdom and enlightenment. It was during Siddhartha's period of intense meditation under a Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya that his spiritual transformation reached its zenith. He resolved not to rise from meditation until he had attained enlightenment. As legend has it, he faced numerous temptations and obstacles presented by the demon Mara, who tried to distract him from his path. Siddhartha remained steadfast, and as the morning star rose in the sky, he experienced a profound awakening. Under the Bodhi tree, Siddhartha Gautama became the Buddha, which means the Awakened One. He had achieved enlightenment and gained deep insights into the nature of suffering, the cause of suffering, dukkha, and the path to liberation from suffering, which he called the Noble Eightfold Path. The story of Siddhartha's journey from a privileged prince to an enlightened being holds a profound message for those who find themselves waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. It reflects the idea that personal transformation and spiritual awakening often emerge from a deep yearning for understanding, a questioning of the status quo, and a willingness to leave behind the comforts and distractions of everyday life to embark on a spiritual quest. Personal transformation is often a journey of unraveling, of peeling back the layers to reveal your true essence. It involves questioning your beliefs, exploring your inner world, and reconnecting with your higher self. This process can be challenging, filled with moments of uncertainty and introspection. However, it is also a journey of immense growth, discovery, and liberation. The early morning hours provide a unique space for this transformation. The stillness and solitude offer a sanctuary from the distractions and pressures of everyday life. In these moments, free from external influences, you can delve deeper into your thoughts and emotions, exploring the recesses of your subconscious mind. Think of these wakeful periods as opportunities for self-reflection and meditation. They are moments when you can listen to your inner voice, understand your deepest desires, and align with your true purpose. This is a time for spiritual practices that resonate with you, be it meditation, prayer, journaling, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation. Your awakening at this time might also be a signal to pay attention to areas of your life that need change or improvement. It could be a call to let go of old patterns, to heal past wounds, or to embark on a new path that is more in harmony with your authentic self. Remember, personal transformation is not a linear process. It ebbs and flows, with periods of intense growth and quiet introspection. Waking up at 3 to 5 a.m. might be a part of this rhythm, a sign that you are evolving, growing, and awakening to a deeper understanding of life and your place in it. As we conclude this video, reflect on your own experiences of waking up during these early hours. Consider what these moments might be telling you about your personal journey and spiritual path. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to share your experiences and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.